Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Jason, and I am a channeler, and I'm coming on today to give a daily dose of hope. Get daily dose of hope is just that. Um, the energies on our planet are starting to get wackier and wackier and stranger as a result of the rising of frequency, and so I'm just coming on to help everyone stay on their surfboards to ride these waves. And today's day 87. And what I'd like to do, what I usually do is I talk about a few things, then I go into a channeling, and then we do a pocket of peace. First of all, nice to meet you and nice to see you again. And what I'd like to talk about three things today, and then I'll go into the channeling. Um, First thing is, yesterday I was talking about a Japanese historical figure, and I couldn't remember his name. His name is Kukai. Kukai is the name of a famous Japanese monk who brought Shingon Buddhism, which is called, I think it's Vara. I can't pronounce it, but a type of esoteric Buddhism, and he brought that from China into Japan. And I think Japan is one of the biggest places, so like, what's it called, repositories of that type of Buddhism. There's a huge Shingon Buddhism temple, like about, a few, about 10, 20 minutes from my house. So it's big, it's all over the place. Um, but yeah, so Kukai, he brought that. He brought this civilization. Hey, Stefan. Hey, welcome, welcome. So yeah, but Kukai, he, in a sense, he saved a lot of that information and brought it to Japan. So Japan's sort of an encyclopedia. It's a what was the word? Um, it's a library of ancient civilizations. And what I wanted to talk about today, though, that, and then also about the yin and the yang. I want to talk about the yin and the yang. So I was reading something, and a lot of times when people think about what is going on the planet now, most people tend to look on the negative side. They always look on, they say, oh, see, these, there's the bad guys, and the bad guys are doing bad things, and the world is going to end. And it's just like, but they always forget that there's always the yin and the yang. There's always a balance in any kind of situation, in any kind of thing. And that's the nature of our third dimension. And that's the nature of our polarity. That's what we came here to experience. And so just to assume that there's just one, side and it's lopsided, if it were, we wouldn't be here. The whole thing would just blow up. It'd be like another Atlantis or Lemuria thing. It we are in a state of balance. Who knows in the future, but right now we're in a state of balance. And so yeah, I just wanted to, whenever you read things like that start talking about that, just always remember they might not be seeing that there is both sides, and many people just seem to focus on just one side. And it's just like the news. There's so many beautiful stories happening every day out there. There's someone helped someone do something, someone gave something to someone taught something to someone. All these beautiful stories are happening, but the only ones we hear is just the tragic ones. They never tell us the positive stories. It's just like most of the internet is always kind of looking on the glass is half empty side. So I wanted to say that. And then another thing I was channeling about today, um, before I go, I don't know. Today is May 2024, May 25th, and it is a 4:45 in the afternoon here in Japan. In Greece, Stefan, I wonder what time it is in Greece. Let's check it out. Time in Greece. It is 10:45 a.m. Oh, nice. All right. Oh, you're that far off. Yeah, it's a few hours. 10:45. Oh, uh, yeah. When I was a kid, my second father was Greek, and so I kind of grew up in a Greek household. Um, and I was studying Greek, and everyone spoke Greek when I was a kid. I didn't understand. But there's only two or three words that I can still remember. I can remember sagapo. love. I can remember eledo, come here. And what else? What else is the other one? You know, those are the only two things I can remember. Sagapo, eledo, and yeah, unfortunately, I should have been a better student. Um, but anyway, so let's see. So the other thing I wanted to talk about was Gyasol. Gyasol, 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 Gyasol. Ah, I forget what Gyasol means. But in Japanese, Gyasol is means squid leg. I'm pretty sure in Greek it does. It's a different meaning. Um, so, but yeah, um, anyway. Hello, Gyasol. Hello, Gyasol. All right, cool. Thank you. Yeah, I wish I studied more. I would have. Yeah, used to go every week. We used to go to my Greek teacher's name was Ellen, and my mom and I would go and we would take lessons together. I think my mom was a better student than I was. I was I was like 9 or 10, so maybe. But so let me go. Before I want to go into a channeling, it's kind of something I'm not sure if I should talk about it or not, but I kind of feel like I should, but I shouldn't. Yeah, it's one of those things. Um, so before I do, uh, there's another thing. There's a there's a YouTuber that I've been following. His name is Steve Wallace, and he does this thing called stealth camping. And it just popped into my feed one day, and I just love it. I think I've watched all of his videos already. It's just this guy, Steve, in Canada, and he does stealth camping. He just camps anywhere. So one time he was in a town, and he camped behind the town's sign. And other times he was just camping in a residential neighborhood. There's a few trees, and he camped there. And then he was camping on like a highway, just on the side of the highway. There were some trees, and just it's really fun. And I don't know, I really like it. And then he also uh, every time he does like a new beer, and then he also cooks relatively kind of gourmet food in this kind of situation where he's always trying to make sure no one finds him, and it's just fun. Very nice. Yeah. Stealth camping sounds like a lot of fun. All right. So then the topic I wanted to talk about that I'm kind of beating around the bush about is I'll introduce it in this way. I had a dream, and I talked about it here before, and it was a dream in which I was at a temple, looked like an old Japanese temple, a really big one, made out of wood, and sorry, I think it was maybe a shrine, temple, Senpro shrine, and I was there on a guided tour. I was with a group of friends, and I was walking. Uh, we're about to go home. It was sunset was coming. We're about to go home, and I heard something. There was an announcement going on, and I thought that's strange. And all my friends were like, "Don't listen, don't listen. Let's just go. Let's go, let's go." And I said, "No, no, no, no. I'm going to listen to this. I want to figure out. I want to see what they're saying in the dream. To this, I want to figure out. I want to see what they're saying in the dream." And it started talking about like this is like the new world order, the new world government, the new world religion. I thought that's what this is. I thought this was some sort of shrine. I didn't realize that that's what this was. And I walked into the shrine then again, and all I saw was just a whole bunch of light there. But I knew what it was, and I knew it wasn't positive energy. It was very dark energy there. And I got really upset. I said, they're fooling me here. And so I searched for where the power was coming from. Where was the energy? And it was behind the shrine or temple. There was just a few trees and a few bushes behind the shrine, and that was where the energy was coming from. And I went to where the energy was coming from, and I said, I don't agree with this new world, blah 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 blah, and I will never follow this stuff. And I was just yelling and cursing at it, and not cursing it, but cursing at it, just like using a whole bunch of expletives and stuff, going nuts. And yeah, stop doing this, stop trying to do this stuff. And then all of a sudden, this wind came up, and it just like flew me through the air, and it like slammed me up against this glass window. And yeah, I was just like, wow, I must have really made this thing angry. And then in the dream, I realized it's like, oh right, I'm gonna get big now. and I got really, 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 really big in the dream, like much, much bigger than, so that the shrine was about the size of my foot, and I was about to just crush it because I thought, this, and before I was about to crush it, I realized, like, if I crush this thing, then I'm playing the same game. I'm just fighting. We're just what's the word? Yeah, I'm just playing that game, and I would become just like them by doing that. So I just got really big, and I said I could do this, but I won't. And and then I just got back to my normal size, but it was just a show of power, the power of the light. Um, that we have so much more power than that type of energy. And but then the rest of the time I was trying to, it was a tour, so I had to go back to the bus. But then everyone who was on the tour with me, they were all, I guess, brainwashed by this energy, and they're all trying to attack me, and which was kind of disconcerting. And so I was just using, in the dream, I was just using my hands to kind of like, just do this, and they would kind of fly away a little bit. They would kind of fly back. And it was very kind of frustrating. It's like, why are all these people, but that was my that's my introduction to this. Hey, Michael. So what I wanted to talk about is related to that. So there's something called yeah, I really don't want to talk about this, but I don't know. There's something called the New World Religion. Okay. And this is something that they're trying to create. And this is what the New Age movement was all about. That's the real reason. That's why all of these bookstores, like in my tiny little town, were packed with all the New Age section. They're trying to create this New Age. Started, I'm sure it started even before that, but the hippie movement was part of that. And then before that, I guess yeah, all of the different, um, well, I won't go back to there, but yeah. So let's just start from the hippies, and that in, kind of open and new age. It's a new age, man. And which, so that was, a lot of it was programmed. It was created, and so that, and then so, but they're trying to create this new religion, and they want it to be like, it's basically like everything they try to create, and it's just a one where everyone is equal, and it's basically communism as a religion. And they're gonna, I think the whole idea is they'll create this yeah, it's I don't know, yeah, how much to go into, yeah, but anyway, so it's, and they have a, it's really well planned out how they're going to do it. And that's why in these times it's really important to have discernment, to really, really see what, who are you following, what are you listening to, is it resonating with you, is it not resonating with you? If it doesn't resonate with you, you question it and wonder why. It's so important now, because this is like the final exam, I think. That's part of it, and it won't succeed, because nothing that they do ever really truly succeeds. Um, as my teacher always says, the dark serves the light, even though they don't realize they're doing it. So by starting this whole New Age movement, a lot of people actually started truly opening up, and actually started having connections with energies, with source, and our discernment started to develop as well. And so when they weren't, not to say they weren't expecting this, but the whole idea is that the dark, are in the dark, and they can't see the light. And if they come out to see the light, then they become the light. So they don't want to go into the light, so they can't really see what's really going on. And so they make these crazy plans that always fail, because they're based on fallacies, because they don't understand that love is the only thing. Love is the only true power. There is no other power other than love. And when you try to create all these other things, it's just going to fail, because it's a castle made of sand. but but they still try. And so that's what this new world order thing is. And a lot of things have come out to create this new world religion. And um, so it's very important, I think, going forward now. I think we're going to start seeing some crazy things happening, and to use discernment when you see them. Religious, for example, I was thinking, like, for example, if there was a big religious event, maybe some Messiah figure came out, and everyone was, and all of the news and all of the media and all of the religious leaders were saying, ah, this person is the Messiah or whatever, then all the believers will believe it, and then that new Messiah can come out and change everything. They can just change the religion so that it is about their religion, and they can make that one world religion. um, but the problem with this religion is it's false light. It's not real. It's not love. It's not love. It's based on someone on the top, just like communism. It's someone on the top, and then telling everyone, "Oh, you're going to be fine. You're all equal. Everything's wonderful." But they're on the top, and it doesn't make any sense. Well, why can't we just directly connect with God? Why do we need something in between? Well, I guess like religion. Why do we need something in between? We are a part of that. We don't need someone to tell us, how we're a part of it. We already are. We just have to listen inside. But anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about. I had asked my guides today a whole bunch of questions about it. Um, yeah, and it's something that they're trying to do, and that's what the whole New Age movement was about. But they didn't realize that it would wake everyone up as well. The dark serves the light. So yeah, didn't really want to talk about that. But I think it's important to know. It's important to understand that. And that's what was happening with this whole love and light idea, and not doing your shadow work for the longest time. It's an easy way to control people in that sense. You've really got to work on all of your stuff, everything. You got to know who you truly are, and work on all that shadow stuff, because that's the stuff that will be that controls you. Basically, that's what motivates you. So if you want to move towards peace and towards love and towards a place where you won't be um, tricked into something, you have to work on the shadows. And so I think, but yeah, I think I really don't have a negative view on any of this. I think it's just something to be aware of, to understand. Um, and that is part of the if you understand something, if you know something is there, then you shine your light into it, and it won't get bigger. It can't be strong. That's the whole idea. If it's not built on love. So yeah, and I've said way too much already. Whew, whew. Oh well. Um, all right. I'm gonna go into a channeling now. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go into a channeling. So we'll see what they have to say for today. If they have any advice or anything to add. So here we go. Greetings. We're here. Yes. What we would like to tell all of you today is, first of all, that there's nothing to worry about. There's never anything to worry about. You are completely and utterly protected. You are so utterly protected. And also, in that sense, you're also so free. You're so free to have all of these different experiences on your planet. What this being was talking about, yes, is yes, one of the stories that is trying to be woven into your storyline. And it is a storyline it is a story that has been created and has been extended throughout many, many different generations. And this story is trying slowly to come into your awareness. But what happens now, though, since you are in a final exam period, you're in a final time, in a time where things are rushed up and things are very, very, everything happens at the same time. That timeline has been sped up in order for you to see it, in order for you to understand it. And once you understand it and see it, then the timeline loses its power. That timeline only has power if it works in secret, if it slowly weaves its way into the stories, and then it also cancels out the other stories, what you might call your his story. And after a few generations, after 2 or 3 generations of your his story being changed and lost, and there are, after 2 or 3 generations, when there are no living people who remember what it was like before, it is very easy for them to change the story. And that is what has been most of your his story up until this point. But those times are over. You are in a different era, you might say, an era where everything has to be put on the table, where everything must be revealed. And that is what is happening. And everything is being revealed. And once it is revealed, only the things that are made of love will be able to sustain, will be able to survive. Everything that is not made of love, everything that all of the stories you might say that are not made of love will fall away because they are not made of love. And since you're able to see them clearly, then you can see and you can shine your light, and then they just fall away because they are built on shadows, and shadows, when the light is shine on them, they disappear. And that is what is happening with all of these stories. And this story that this being is talking about is just another one of these stories. You, light workers, are shining your light into this story. And so this story is disappearing. This story is disappearing. It was built on such a small fragment of the truth, as all of these are. It was built on such a small fragment of the truth that once you, with your discernment and with your light, once you shine your light in it, it falls apart, and it will not be able to be a story. It will not weave its way into your stories. It is what we might say to you is this is an old story that was trying to be retold, that was trying to weave its way in. But this focus of the light on it means that it is gone. It is gone. It is gone. And it will never succeed, as it will never succeed because it is built. It is built on nothing. It is an illusion. It is an illusionary idea that requires your belief in it in order for it to survive. And once you stop believing because you see with your true eyes, you see with your Christed eyes, you see with your discernment, once you use your discernment to see what it truly is, you understand, and there's no reason for you to lend any energy to it, or any of your belief to it. You say, ah, yes, that is a story that I have heard. What a silly story. Who made that story? Why would someone make such a silly story? Oh well. And then you move on with your life and you create your stories. You create the stories of love. You create the stories where you are living the life of your dreams. You create the story where you are bringing heaven to earth. That is a story. That is a story worth listening to. That is a story worth putting your energy into. A story of you living the life of your dreams. That is the story. That is the story that everyone wants to hear. Hmm. All right. All right. They wouldn't give me a name on that one. So, and I'm going to go into a pocket of peace, and let's do the pocket of. Oh yeah. All right. So since we're here and since we have this community, let's do a pocket of peace so that this story does not become a story. Um, let's send the light into this story so that it is revealed for what it is. Let's send out a pocket of peace so that everyone understands when this is all revealed, it will have no effect on them because they'll know. They'll say, "Oh, that's that. I under yeah." Let's do that. Mike, please say, "Pocket of peace time." All right, so let's do it. So this is about. This is not. This is. Well, let's just do it. Here we go. Pocket of peace. Here we go. Please take 3 deep breaths. Here we go. Okay. Now I'd like you to imagine um, a a mist that is surrounding you, a mist of unconditional love that's surrounding you, just caressing you. It's like you're surrounded by a cloud of mist, and it is just this wonderful unconditional love energy where you don't have to do anything special. You are loved unconditionally. You're perfect exactly the way you are. You don't have to change anything about yourself. You, as you are right now, is the most wonderful you. Just feel that energy of just unconditional love, and because of that, you also feel peace because there's nothing that you need to do or say, nowhere you need to go. You're just being. And feel that energy, and then just expand that energy out into your room and into your town, into your whole country, so that the whole country is covered with this energy. And this energy is also the energy of discernment. This light, this unconditional love energy also allows you to truly see. It allows you to see what is behind what you see. so that whenever you see something, whenever you see something that puts you in a state of fear, all you have to do is call in this pocket of peace, and you can see behind it and see what it is made of. And most of the time, it's made of nothing. And so you can see past that. And then by seeing past it, you are shining your light into it and making it disappear, making the shadows disappear. So we'd like you to bring this energy now all throughout the whole world. And you're spreading this pocket of peace, of unconditional love and acceptance of who you are, of who everyone is, and understanding that these things that are built on illusion, things that are built on castles that are made of sand are always going to fall away. But the things that are built on love will remain. Just let this energy, see it going out throughout the whole world. See people just looking up, feeling a tap on their shoulders, saying, it's going to be okay. You're going to be okay. There's nothing that you have to worry about. And see them finally seeing what's really there, what's really happening around the world. Looking beyond the images that they're shown on the TV and looking beyond it and seeing, oh, right. I'm a spirit, I'm a soul. I'm one with God. Right. Love is the only thing that exists. All of this other stuff it's just an illusion. And they take a deep breath, they sigh, a breath of relief, and they go throughout the rest of their day, realizing that they're okay. And that all of these stories that are trying to be woven into their world, if they're not made of love, they can just shine their light on it. They can just say, no, no, no. There's no love behind that. It's not real. The only thing that's real is this love. So I will not pay any attention and I will not pay any mind to that. I will let it flow away because it isn't what I want to see. I want to see what is real. I want to see the love. I want to feel the love and unconditional love. I want to be in love. That's where I want to be. That's the place. That's where I want to be. There's nowhere on this planet that I'd rather be than be in love. So be in love, no matter where you are. You can bring it with you. It's a pocket. It's a pocket of peace. Oh, all right. So that's a pocket of peace for today. The pocket of peace for discernment. So thanks guys for joining in. Thanks Stefan joining in from Greece and Michael joining in from New Zealand. Hoo-hoo, we're very international. We've got Greece and Japan and New Zealand. Hoo-hoo. So yeah, I hope you guys are hopeful and thanks Michael. Thank you. I hope you're hopeful and I'll see you. That's right. I'll see you guys tonight. Yeah, see you tonight at our. So tonight we have our live Q&A channeling. If you're interested, there's the subscription below. We have two channelings a month where you just come in and ask a whole bunch of questions, and I channel a whole bunch of questions or answers. And and then there's also a sound meditation or sound bath every month. So if you're interested, it's down below. And if not, that's fine as well. I hope you're hopeful. And Michael, Michael and Stefan, see you there. Michael, you say, feeling the hope. All right. Cheers. So see you guys later. Ciao.